Hari Om. So I shall continue in English my part 6, Comparative Religions, here Hinduism versus Christianity. So in the previous parts 5, it has been very clearly established that electrons are interconnected at the quantum level. There is something called the quantum universe, atomic universe. You cannot ignore, everything is connected. I told you the cell of King Ashoka may be in my body. The cell of Rana Pratap Singh may be in my body. The cell of Mahatma Gandhi may be in my body. Or the electrons, because these are all matter which again coagulate, and then the energy comes in and kickstarts and the life starts. Like you put a battery in your small toy car and the car starts working. So the energy enters. Energy and matter are the vital things. Therefore, if you are in the field of negativity, always thinking or seeing dukkha or sorrow, you are in a negative field, you are in a negative energy, you are in the dark matter field. That is completely a different frequency. If you are in a dark frequency, you will only be attracting those electron cells which are going across and swinging around the cross or the dead symbols. And they would think that you want them. See, anything if you concentrate, you would get. That's what Chandogya Upanishad says, Varshayati yavat varshayati. Varshati yavat varshayati. It will cause rain. If you think of rain, it will cause rain. It's a law of physics only. Law of attraction only. Law of visualization. These are all psychological laws. So, if a death symbol is there where many people have been crucified, sorrow will be there. Lots of sorrows, not only of the dead person, but people surrounding him, seeing him dying. That area will be completely a magnetic field of sorrow, where the sorrows of electrons or the cells will be swinging around and around. So once if you are in that frequency, you will be attracting only those sorrows in your whatever life you are. Though your prarabdha karma is the main thing. I am repeatedly telling you. Your prarabdha karma is same like the genes of your body when you are born. Some have powerful genes, some have very poor genes. Some have without medicines, their sickness will be cured in their body. Some with medicines, sickness may or may not be cured. Therefore, if you are, prarabdha karma is something like your genes. If you enter a body through a prarabdha karma, if for example you are supposed to be a king, and if you start worshipping positive energies, then that 15 to 20% elevation, extra benefit you will get. So instead of becoming a king, you will become an emperor. Whereas if your prarabdha karma is for a king, and in your life in this world, if you start attracting negative energies, you will be a zamindar. This is as simple as I can put. If your genes is very good, and even if you take a small medicine, you will immediately get cured. Lot of people, even this coronavirus, with simple paracetamol, they get cured. Whereas some, even after admitting in ICU, in ventilators, they pass away because the sickness enters their lungs, because depends on the individual genes of their respective bodies. Every body has different genes. Simple logic. So the elevation of plus or minus 5, 10, 15 to 20% only maximum based on your prarabdha karma, or the negative or the going it down, de-elevation to 15 to 20% happens whether you worship a positive field, whether you enter a positive energy, that the light, only the 4% of the universe we have light, the visible light. The others are all dark. We do not know, scientists do not know what is there in dark matter, what is the magnetism field of the dark matter, what is dark energy, how it is composed. It's all conjectures only, contemplations only. It may be like this, it may be like that, but that field is dark. So do not enter the dark. That is why I advise Churchians, the Churchian priests, the Churchian pastors, the Churchian preachers, do not show disrespect to a messenger of God if you feel that he is a messenger of God by putting him on a cross, bleeding with thorns. That should not be done. I would say, as per the Hindu system, have a nice dress with a angavastra, something like this. Let him bless with one hand and let him give abhayam and dhanam. What is wrong in that? You Churchians, you Europeans especially, did this because you want to attract sympathy from the public that he died for us. See, lots of people die for everybody. Even Mahatma Gandhi gave his life for our nation. Abraham Lincoln gave his life for his nation. Everybody gives their lives for their nation. So there is nothing called anybody dying for anybody. We have to appreciate. See, I do appreciate any messenger of God, whatever religion or whatever region he belongs to. I do appreciate and give the respect like a deva. Acharya Devo Baba. That is my Sanatana Dharma. And I would not criticize that there are Satans in those temples. They worship Satans. They worship trees. They worship serpents. I saw one white preacher in YouTube. He says, this is what when Bhagavad Gita says that he is a serpent. Well, God says, I am also in a serpent. I will come to that later on. He is Vishnu. Vish means, Dhatu in Sanskrit means presence in every anu, atom. I will come to that, explain. Let them come. I will repeat point by point and I will counter point by point. Therefore, if you are in a field of negative energy, what I want to emphasize is, you will be attracting negativity. Negative energies will come into you. Therefore, in your short period of this life, you may have to undergo some sorrows which you do not prefer. Everybody worships God to have a less mitigated, less affected sorrow or happiness, a good happy life. And then the aftermath, the eternity, whatever you want to say. Therefore, the field, see what Einstein says. Let us go to Einstein, because he is acknowledged figure in science. He says everything is energy and there is nothing more to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help achieving the reality. There is no other way. This is physics and not philosophy. He very clearly says, match the frequency of the reality you want. Now, what will be your realities in your life? In what frequencies you want to travel? Your reality will be in life is to lead a good life, happy life, get some good job, have a good family, have a good wife, have a good children. Is it not? These are all the realities of our life. Small realities like I want to get promoted in my job. Small realities, or the sickness to be cured. These realities will happen only if you are in the frequency of positivity. That is why Hinduism, we worship gods with tilak, with bindu. Then we worship gods dressed nicely in all these silk dresses, with lots of garlands, with lots of arms. Arms means what? Like spear, like shulaida, like bow, like arrow means. These destroy negativity. These are all weapons which destroy negativity symbolically. A god has to be powerful. He cannot be weak. He cannot be dying. If I see Krishna dying, means I really do not appreciate. We Hinduism do not depict. We only depict him as a victor, with nice peacock, with nice golden crown, with all energy and matter, with family life, with bindus, with lot of garlands. How do we worship? This is what is Hinduism scoring about other religions. Why we worship several gods? Who are these? All I will say. But we have to worship positivity. If we do not have positivity, negativity will set in. And you will be in that magnetic field of negativity, always swirling, and you are like the whirlpool. You can see it in the sea, in some water place. You can see the whirlpool. And if you are getting into that whirlpool, you will be going around and around and around in the whirlpool only. It will be very difficult for you to come out of the whirlpool into the normal sea. Very difficult. Do not enter those whirlpool. Even if you want to worship your messenger of God, do not put him on a cross. That's what I would really appreciate. It all happened in the 8th, 9th and 10th and 11th century. The Romans did this, and the Romans were politically motivated. They murdered they looted even the Jewish temple, they burnt it down around 100 years or 200 years after the Common Era. And politically, in order to say that sorry, we did not do that, only the Jews themselves did that. See, all these politicians, they want to appease the minorities or appease the local people for votes. That's a normal tenet. There's nothing wrong in that. We are not here to criticize that. But they don't want to take up the responsibility. In fact, they burned down a Jewish temple, synagogue, around 100 years after the Common Era. They also killed a lot of Jews. The Roman history says. And then they say there was a good man and his name is Jesus and we didn't kill him. Pontius Pilate just washes his hands off. We didn't kill him. Only the Jews wanted. Caiaphas wanted to kill him. King Herod wanted to kill him because he wanted to be the king of the Jews. And Caiaphas was not agreeable to that. He cannot have any other messenger of God other than he. And his successor has to be chosen by him. See, these are all political games. A figure was created. Okay, we are not challenging those figures because nothing in Bible has mentioned anything about India. As far as Indians are concerned, nothing is there. But the main point is these Christian preachers or pastors or priests should not ridicule Hinduism saying that we worship several gods. The Devas are translated in English as gods. Even Yeshua, the Aramaic name or the Hebrewic name, was transferred as Jesus about 600-700 years back only. Not later than that. Recent only. No, this is all different things. But the main point is the area, the field, the magnetic field of positivity versus negativity. The law of visualization. The law of attraction. Therefore, I require every religion to think positively, to at least show respect to their gods. Do not disrespect. Do not think you are gaining foothold. People are now understanding. Everywhere the laws of attraction are now playing. That's a psychological science. That is a particular frequency. Like you have a BBC frequency, you have a Voice of America, you have the All India Radio, frequencies are there, different frequencies are there. So please don't enter negative frequencies, negative energies. You cannot come out of it. God is one and same, Paramatma. He will not reward you, He will not punish you. He is too good, He is too blissful state. But when you work out with local factors like your local teachers, local doctors, your local friends, your local enemies may be there, the local politicians, you have to work out positively. Is it not? You have to be, worship them means respect them. They are different from the Paramatma. We Hindus have Paramatma. Like the God which is only one. He is everywhere. He will be in the dust. He will be in the pillar. He will be in this watch. He will be everywhere. He has to be. Because you can't define him. He is omnipotent and omniscient. All pervading he is. You cannot put him only on the heaven and who created the hell? Who created the Saturn? All these things I shall describe more in my ensuing parts. Till such time, Bhuyat, Tavat, Shubhamangalam. Hari Om.